Yeah, today ICC is, we're in 3 cities. Still in Changsha after 20 years. In 2007 we moved, or sorry, 2004 we started in a little city called Hengyang, which is a little bit south of Changsha, same province, Hunan province. And then in the August of 2010 we actually opened up a brand new facility, or we started working in a brand new facility a little bit north in Henan province, slightly a little different, but in a town called Sanmenxia. And so all told we have about, I think it's about 400 children or so are in our actual direct full-time care, and then we have another 300 families that we actually work with sort of on an outpatient, on the community-based services basis. So for the full-time, so essentially our work is into 2 streams. One is, we say, is about giving life, and that's where we take these kids and we set the standard of care. We give them the proper medical care they need. We balance their nutrition. We give them, we increase the number of support care, so they're actually like getting what most children in the Western world would experience:
touch and attention,
and love and care.
No more 5 kids in one
That's
crib.
right. It's exactly right. And then as they age, I mean, our philosophy is that it's care for life. So many of these children, some of them have extremely high needs, and they will never be independent or semi-independent. They will always need someone caring for them 24/7, and our commitment to them is for life. But others we have that we actually transition them to group homes, essentially, and eventually, if possible, depending on their ability, perhaps even independent living down the road. So getting them jobs, giving them vocational skills, teaching them how to, live in the community. The other side of that is ending abandonment, which is, let's keep families together. Let's get to the root of why these children have been abandoned. It's because parents often see there's no option. So now let's show them there are options. So we provide things like support groups, respite care, therapy services, especially for children who have physical disabilities, giving them physical therapy, occupational therapy to teach them how to use their limbs properly, and this is the steps toward independence and dignity. And so, but also you give these families some dignity and some support, and often actually the thing that they find the most valuable often is the support groups that they get when they see other families that have children with disabilities. I'm not alone. And so actually we're starting to see communities of these families banding together and being supports for each other. So it's really exciting.
So you're training people there too. You're not just sending people.
No, that's true.
In
So we have about 50 expatriate volunteers who raise their own support and go and live in China long term. And many of them have skills like they're physical therapists, occupational therapists, doctors, nurses, special education teachers, and people who just have a heart to serve. But when we also hire over 200 Chinese staff that we have working for us, and many of them, went to therapy school in China, but their therapies are very different from Western models for physical therapy. And so we've been, under our sort of tutelage, we've trained many of them to become to the same Western standards that a lot of therapists